Welcome to Dog Will Fix It, and today we're looking at this UPVC door and this locking mechanism. So basically the springiness has gone. If you look, this handle just kind of flops around and it still locks, but the mechanism has become really stiff. So there's a gearbox unit in here which controls everything, and that's basically gone. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip this down, and I've got a replacement, so I'll show you how to swap one out. But yeah, I think it's getting worse, so it's probably going to stop working at some point. You see, whereas here there's a, it's got a bit more of a spring in its step. So we're going to basically start to strip this down. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the screws here and here, take this handle off, and then we'll access the barrel. So let's get started. Okay, so the handle's off. It was just 2 screws and it comes off on both sides, and there you can see it right there. And now to get the barrel out, there's actually a screw that holds this barrel in place, and it sits right here, the silver one. Well, actually it's the one below it, sorry, this one. If you grab that, pop this screw out, stick that in my pocket, and then the barrel, if we just turn the key a bit, should just come out. Might need to turn it just a bit to get it out. So the barrel's out and you can see the hole where the screw goes through, so that's out now. Next thing we need to do is actually remove this multi-point mechanism that you see right here. So this multi-point mechanism needs to be out. So all of these silver screws, these screws need to pop out, all of them. There's about 8 or 9, so take them all out first. So we'll do that next. So I've taken all the screws out, you can see they're out. And then this should just pop out like that. And if we lie this down on the decking, so you can now see the locks out. And this is the gearbox mechanism I'm talking about. So I think it's pretty damaged. And I heard pieces fall out of it somewhere, so it's pretty shaky. So what we're going to do is, if you look at the door now, so there's the mechanism's out, and now what we're going to do is come back to this and actually remove this. So you can see here there's a couple of Allen star screws that need to be taken to actually get this off, so we're going to do that next. So I've got a replacement gearbox, an identical one I found off eBay, off Amazon, so you can get them. And then we're just going to start to unscrew this. Give me a sec. Okay, so once you get the screws out, the star screws, you can then just press this in and then just actually unclip. If you just flip this over, you need to unhook it from this hook and that hook, and then this will actually come out. So it just needs a little fiddling and it will come out. Once you do that, we'll start to swap it out for the new gearbox that we've got. So let's do that now. Alright, so we're going to slot this little piece into there, and we just need to watch for this little hook to stay where it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to slot this in. Like that. I think that looks... There you go. Make sure this is good, and then I just need to slot this last one in, so I'm just gonna hook it in like this. That's it. So that looks like it's in. Okay, so the lock's in place. We're just gonna put this back together now. So we're just gonna reattach the gearbox straight back to the multi-point lock. And just the 3 screws for the Torx, and then the long one at the end is a cross screw. So just get those in and then we'll see what this thing works like. Okay, cool. And then basically from that point onwards, you just have to reverse the process. All the screws go back in, the lock, just reverse the sequence of what we removed step by step, and you should be okay. Alright, so the new lock's in. We had to grease it a bit. We actually used a little WD-40 to get it moving, but now it's working fine. It was slightly jammed just because it's brand new, and I think we're good to go now. Thanks for watching. Sub the channel, like the video. Catch you guys in the next one.